Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you followed this channel for long enough, you guys would know my views on the world to a certain degree. And the more I watch boxing, the more I realise boxing really does encapsulate life in many ways. Boxing essentially mirrors society in a variety of ways. In fact, one of the strongest marketing techniques in boxing, let's be real, is essentially to prey on the insecurity of the average person. One of boxing's selling points in recent times, well, throughout the sport really, has been the racial divide. White v black, etc. It's an easy way to sell fights, make it a racial issue. And that's going to appeal all the time to the lowest common denominator without fail. But it's gone a step further. If you've been following boxing Twitter for the last week or so, however long it's been about a week, whatever. There's been a lot of talk of Claressa Shields, the female fighter, fighting Keith Thurman. I shit you not. Now, I don't think this fight's going to happen. I'm 99.9% sure this fight isn't going to happen. But there's been talk about it, because Claressa Shields essentially said she would fight Thurman and beat him. Now, the response to this to me has been particularly concerning, and it really highlights the grave situation that we are in the West. You know, the world is very polarised right now here in the West. Left v right, male versus female, religious versus non-religious, religion versus religion. What is up is down, and what is down is up. Everything is just confused right now. You know, to the point to where the public schooling system is making children question their own sex, their own gender. You know, kids as young as, God knows what, 5, 6 years old. And then these claims are then being taken seriously. The West seems to be falling apart in real time. And, you know, there's been various... I've seen various kind of history podcasts, documentaries on various different empires throughout human history. And they always say one common trait of a falling society is when a society becomes so obsessed with things such as gender, sex, etc. And we certainly see that in the West these days. And the talk of Claressa Shields versus Keith Thurman made me sick. And I know this isn't the first time Claressa Shields has claimed such a thing, that she would beat a male fighter. I get that. But for whatever reason this time around, it's received far more traction on social media. With various people, by the way, on both sides of the so-called political divide, left and right, actually saying that it should happen, you know? Those on the left saying, well, Claressa's a strong woman, she can make her own mind up, she's world-class, this, that and the other, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Anything a man can do, a woman can do, etc. And I've seen the right say, well, let this fight happen. She wants it, and I want to see her get put in her place. I want to see her get brutally knocked out by a man in the first round. I mean, can you imagine being so indoctrinated into the left-right paradigm and the social divides that have been placed upon us by those above, that you would want to see a woman get knocked out? Do you hate women that much? I'm seriously flabbergasted by the response to this potential fight online. And again, I know it's not going to happen, but the responses I see are super concerning. And by the way, this is why I never call myself right-wing. I despise the left, but I'll never call myself right-wing, because these same fucking clowns are the same people who rightly moan about males competing in female sports, yet they want to see this fight. What the fuck is wrong with these guys? You seriously want to see this fight just to point score and make a point? We know the reality already. We don't need to see it. Why do you want to see a woman get beat up? I don't give a fuck how dislikable Claressa Shields is. I don't want to see a woman get beat up. Full stop. That's why I don't watch female boxing. I don't even watch female boxing, let alone a man fighting a woman. Again, I predicted this long ago, that this would become a factor in boxing. We will start to see, when female boxing was introduced to the mainstream, by the way, not by demand, that's just fact, that's reality. Nobody was really asking for it, apart from a few oddballs here and there. Nobody was asking for it. But when this got introduced, I said there's going to be a merging between both categories, male and female. It's going to start by mainstream publications, The Ring, ESPN, Sky Sports, etc. They will start merging pound for pound lists. You see guys on YouTube already do it. Showbiz the Adult, aka, industry plant. He's already doing it. So, the ball is in motion for a fight like this to happen. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But I believe it will happen the way things are looking as of right now. Society has degenerated that fast. And the fact I see, again, so-called right-wingers, conservatives, actually want to see this fight. Again, it just goes to show these guys are just as degenerate as those blue-haired freaks on the left. That's the reality of the situation. And again, when I use these blanket terms like left and right, you guys know what I'm referring to. The people who are in this quote-unquote culture war. And again, I believe there is a very real culture war spiritually. But you see the people who talk about this the most, they're not spiritual. They don't have any relationship with God or anything of the sort. They are degenerates, lost souls who have been infiltrated by agents of chaos, agents of evil. That's what I truly believe. There's nothing wrong with exposing evil, but to encourage it is disgusting. And this would be evil if this fight were to happen. Make no bones about it. Evil. Encouraging this fight in any way is just celebrating and promoting the destruction of the fabric of society as we've known it for generations. Again, the fact that people are even humouring this fight as a possibility and championing that it could happen are just sick, despicable individuals who maybe are too far gone at this point in time. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I truly do hope I'm wrong. And yeah, listen man, fingers crossed this fight doesn't happen. But listen, the way things are going, I suspect a fight like this will happen in the not too distant future. I actually think it's been on the cards for a long, long time, to be honest. Again, this is what I'd ask you to do, let alone males versus females. Ask your friends who maybe have a passing interest in boxing in real life, do they like female boxing? You guys know the answer already. It's going to be a resounding no. That's the reality. You may get the odd person. May. Cool. There's no demand for it. For the most part, there's a couple of names. Cool. Katie Taylor and maybe a couple of others. But there's no real global demand for it. Yet, all of these so-called boxing channels all cover it. Why is that? Agents of chaos, compromised by whatever they're compromised by. Could be worldly goods, could be something deeper. I don't know. But the reality is, many of us called this out for what it is many, many years ago. And there's no doubt in my mind we will be proved right. There's no doubt whatsoever. Some of you guys need God. And better dads, maybe. I don't know. The fact I see so many people encouraging this sick affair on social media, disgusting. Share your thoughts below.